Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 23 of Double the Dice Plays Tomb of Annihilation. Last session, the party continued their travels to a nearby landmark featuring a shipwreck in the trees. We learned some more about John's background and about his family and relationships. I'm very sorry, John. Found the body of some fallen explorer who was stabbed in the stomach by some uniformly shaped spear-like objects. We got word from Cinder Sylvain via Sending Stone that the party needs to have some kind of group identity and that she can muster a ship to Kitcher's Inlet with 6 days' notice. Then we got attacked by some of the remaining Grung from a previous attack, and despite their efforts of hiding in a hole, the party dispatched them easily enough, although one of the Grung that survived the previous encounter never made an appearance. Now, for our listeners at home, let's review who we have starting, who we have playing tonight. Starting from this side, we have...
My name is Bob the Curl, and I'm playing John J. Seal. To keep it real, I didn't make an intro, so we're just going to go with how I feel.
I'm Treviathan, playing Yenben, our surly bugbear ranger, who talked a little like this. You are muted, Galadrimmon.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm Galadrimmon, and I'm playing Lila Clag, who is a half-orc druid who's still too mad.
Working the magic behind the scenes is our all-powerful technomancer, the Bread Pirate Ryberts. Lastly is myself as our dutiful game master. I'm riding shotgun. I'm just along for the ride. Now, as we return to our heroes, the sun rises on day 18. The careful watch of Yenben and Mordai comes to an end. The smell of a smoldering and damp campfire wafts lightly through the air. Though you don't see or hear them directly, you feel the shift in wildlife from nocturnal activity to diurnal movements. What do you do?
I think we should call our party the Expeditionists.
That sounds an awful lot like exhibitionists. And I don't think anyone should go walking naked in this jungle. Saying.
No.
That's a good point. I'll go back to the drawing board.
Long sleeve only.
Have a purpose.
You want cuffed pants, and you want... Last thing you want is a spider near your nethers. Just saying.
I can think of plenty of things besides spiders.
Also that.
Yes,
We seem to have had worse luck with snakes this time around, frankly.
I was just going to say we should keep to one snake in my pants.
Good night, everyone.
You walked into that one. Now I want to hear how Farul and Gondola react to that comment. Come on.
Gondola writes it down.
Fair enough.
That's it's
Can I
going
save
in the
this
book.
for later?
Yeah, exactly.
So we are breaking camp and heading towards the wreck of the Narwhal. I believe it's still the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
We already did all of the accounting for our rations and everything, and we gained 8 gallons of water for those keeping track at home. Who is navigating and how quick are we moving?
One's regular movement and I can navigate, or unless John has any particular abilities you would like to show off.
No, I think we figured out that would be best if we got lost.
Fair enough.
We'll deal with that.
Excelente.
I
Anyone foraging?
Forgot to write
I'll
down what
forage.
day it is.
It is day 18.
18.
I have a tab for it, but it's not letting me put it too close to the spine of the book. There we go. All right.
presume I'm getting help from one of the guides.
Sure, you can roll survival with advantage.
Sweet. Well, that didn't help.
I mean, it's fine. So as you wander the jungles, you roll up high enough to. That was for foraging, right, Lila?
Yes.
All right, so go ahead and roll a d6.
Womp womp.
Womp womp. No mushrooms in this part of the jungle.
You find 1 ration's worth of food. I gotta look up this character. As you are making your way down to this this ship, this capsized ship, you see it as you draw closer. You see it even through the canopy. You can kind of just get glimpses of this differently colored part of the canopy. And as you sort of enter a general area, you see someone perched in a tree. A dark-skinned Chultan man in light furs makes his presence known to you. Yenben, you probably would notice him first. He is laying there comfortably and not super stealthy, but motionless in he makes stealth look like it is the most comfortable and relaxed state for him to be in. And he sees you notice him.
Well, hey there.
Hello?
Like, how high up is he?
Maybe 15, 20 feet?
Okay. Just lounging like a jungle jaguar?
Kinda. Yeah.
Fair enough. What brings you around these parts? I'll like tap everyone else to be like, man in tree.
Sorry. It's been a long time. Common is hard. I've been here a long time.
I could speak to him in
Ages.
Chultan.
It wouldn't help.
Oh, okay.
Or, I mean, you can try. Go ahead.
He'll natter off a phrase in Chultan that's met with even more confusion and then revert back to common.
Yeah, and say, oh, sorry, it's also just been a long time since I've spoken Chultan. It's, who are all of you? What do you want here?
Well, we saw a crashed ship in the distance and figured we'd come say hello.
You can
Hello.
call us the Doomed or Not group, or Dong for short.
Whisper in John's ear, you know what that means, right?
No, I have no idea. I just made it up on the spot.
I'm going to call Vito on that one too there, sir. Sorry.
Okay, we're back to the drawing board.
Doomed or Not group?
Doomed or Not group. Dong.
I thought you said Dawn, and I was like, that's not how you spell Dawn.
Nope. Nope.
Dong. Yeah. Super high intensity team.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's from a different D&D property. Or
that's from a different
D&D
property.
live stream property.
Anyway. That ship in the trees is where I live.
Well, then I guess we ain't taking it anywhere. That's for damn sure. You won't
What?
come down here and have a chat. We're trying to find some shit around here, and maybe you can help us.
Well, what do you look for?
We're looking for an old dragon's lair. Why don't you just come down? Like, we mean you no harm. It ain't no big thing.
I know where the bones of a dragon are.
Needles bones?
I don't know, big bones.
Could potentially be the
Was
same
a great
thing.
dragon. There's a grotto to the southwest.
Well, that's more information than we had this morning.
Come. Let me introduce you to the people I've been that have been living together, my roommates. And
Sounds good.
we can go find the bones.
That sounds great to me. Why don't we we'll follow you.
All right. And he slides down very gracefully, I might add, as he starts. He kind of gathers himself. He doesn't have a lot of personal belongings, but you do notice that he does have a certain amount of weapons and accoutrement. Let me. I don't think he's actually counted as a named character in this, which is disappointing. Because he should be. There we go. Cool. That's not what I wanted. I wanted creatures and monsters. Thank you. Look at the handout. So yeah, he has a scimitar and a longbow with him. So he slides down and he sniffs, and he immediately draws his bow on Yenben. And he doesn't draw his bow, but he pulls it out and readies and says, why do you come bearing silver?
Because it's used as money many places.
It's also used in arrowheads.
None that I've made.
He's make an insight check.
Fair. Okay. 22?
Somehow this being seems to know that you have silver-tipped arrows. And that is what he's referring to.
I'm getting a sense that there might be a very particular reason why they are so interested in the silver. Can I do an Arcana or a history check? See if I can.
What would that be? Let's go with an Arcana check.
Nope.
You sense that there might be a specific reason why he is responding that way to Yenben having silver arrows.
Do you also feel the silver as like, if you touch the silver, does it burn?
No.
Insight check.
Roll insight.
If we're gonna have that one person that asks the odd question.
Can I give the help?
No, yeah, he's lying. He's so lying.
Don't worry. You could be honest with us, because I have found my hand cannot touch the silver either, but we don't know why.
What do you mean? Your hand? Just your hand?
Just my hand.
Okay.
I mean,
Is
you
it the
could
smelly
introduce
hand?
him.
Oh yes, this hand. I'll hold up for Tithyrus on my hand.
Oh, what's the word? What's the word? Gross.
Oh, I'm offended. I
That's
think
okay.
Tithyrus would run away from that. Hide.
If it makes you feel any better, we kind of agree, but he's handy. Oh, damn it.
Oh boy.
He's handy. I can see it now.
If
Where
I'm going to take you where I live. I'm gonna need to hold on to those arrows for a little while.
Well, since you seem to know where they came from, or since you seem to know that we have them, we found them entirely by accident, sticking out of a bunch of dinosaurs that charged our little troop. I'm not one to let good arrows go to waste.
That's where did this happen?
In Chult.
About days back and there, compass direction.
Okay. I'm gonna translate that, I suppose.
Because I don't specifically
It
remember what
was
episode.
2 or 3 days back in the northwestern direction. But
Yes. A couple days journey northwest of here.
interesting. That's peculiar.
That's what's
So
right.
Peculiar.
What happened to your home, by the way?
What do you mean?
So
Was
like,
it your home before it crashed?
No.
so did you
But
find anyone
it
when
makes
it
a
crashed?
good home now that it has crashed.
Sounds reasonable.
Sort of rebuilt? How long have you been here? You said a long time, but like months, years?
Probably. I don't remember. Probably many, lots of years.
Did
All right.
you?
Oh,
Wait.
sorry.
I'm just wondering, like, were you from here before, or did you?
From jungle?
Well, or this
Yeah.
part of Chult?
How? North comes to mind. I remember north. But I live here now. So
Fair enough.
that's me and my roommates. I like living here with my friends.
Well, I have no problem parting with these arrows. Not particularly attached to them. So Yanbin will hand over his silver arrows
And so he goes ahead and he puts them in his quiver. He looks at the shaft in particular, the ones that you noticed previously were of an unusual wood.
right.
They seem to be of some sort of ritual, that they may have had some kind of ritual or enchantment on them.
Right.
And he is going to make an Arcana check with no proficiency.
Oh, okay.
And he does clock that the shafts are weird, but he can't quite identify what might be special about them. So he puts them back in his quiver and says, "Thank you. It's just a minor, temporary."
I understand. I understand the need to keep people safe. You got a particular proclivity to, or a typical a weakness to these sorts of things. I understand. If you don't want other people possessing them, I get that.
You calling me weak?
I'm calling you suspicious of anyone that carries silver. You played your hand quite quickly.
He slinks. Follow if you're following.
I vote we follow him.
Sure. Plenty of us so far.
Well, I'm not going to stay behind.
All right, yeah. So we follow.
And I would say the first one to notice the roommates, they blend into the vegetation a little bit. Lila notices these things. I'd like you to make a nature check for me, please. His roommates seem to be a tribe of about 20 to 30 veggie pygmies. They are little, tiny, small plant people that look like they're made of naturally grown plants and ferns, and some of them almost look like straw dolls some of them almost look kind of like voodoo dolls in a way. But they are very, very cute. And I'm going to show you this handout. Yeah, they're all kinds of plant people. And they have these tiny spears, and we love all of them. And so, yeah. Your Chultan friend seems to be very protective of all of these creatures, and he gets them all to gather around and say hello, make acquaintances. It's a full-on tribe. There's kids there. Some of them are older than others. You're not sure how old any of them are because they're plants, right? But yeah.
Hello, everyone. Hello. We're at the happy, elderly, loving party. Hello. It's nice to meet you all.
So this dude's a millennial that during the lockdown got really obsessed with plants, huh?
Yeah, you could say he started his own herb garden.
New best friend. Anyways.
Yep.
Just happy.
So he introduces you to a bunch of them, some of the key individuals. None of them are named in the book, but you know, they're all there. And he says, "Come, let us speak in my cabin." And he seems to have taken the captain's quarters of the actual ship itself, though it's upside down.
I love what you've done to this place.
Lila has made like 3 friends, and has convinced one of the pygmies to go on a shoulder ride, and she's just walking around with them.
I'd like you to make a persuasion check with advantage. I'll give you advantage on this one. Oh, good thing for advantage. So yeah, one of the seemingly younger ones happily crawls up on your shoulder, and then one of the kids, and then one kid doing it, all the other kids seeing it, and then a bunch of them start fighting to climb on top of you like you're a giant jungle gym.
And I just am happy.
So Lila's late coming into the captain's quarters, just playing and roughhousing with all of the veggie pygmy children, and that definitely earns you some brownie points. And the person guiding you to this place smiles and nods and continues in. Now, what were the hopefully evil laughing people? What was the name the party?
Oh, we're the Happy Elderly Loving Party.
Happy Elderly Loving Party.
Yep.
Okay.
Are you seriously saying we're just here to help?
We're here to help.
Wait, or are you crying for help?
Yeah, that too.
Perhaps.
Chult.
Goes day to day, I guess.
I mean, fair.
We'll keep that one in the running.
Chult life.
Yeah.
I like that one more.
The jungles can be scary. Definitely.
Maybe we should just call ourselves the Help. That's what we're trying to do here. I feel like I'm turning into one of those hippies. Like, peace and love, man.
So, do any of you have what's it called? What's the something you drink? It's fun to drink. What?
Are you asking about like liquor,
No.
edge, wine?
Yes. That's it. Wine.
No.
Did anyone bring wine? I
No.
haven't had any wine.
Barul Gondolo, you don't have any extra wine stored, do you?
No, I'm sorry. The only stuff we brought was the Tej, and it got dumped ages ago at this point.
No, that would be no on any of the alcohol indictments.
Can we make some wine out of the berries?
We could make some juice out of the berries, but it would, unless we want to accelerate the fermentation process, this might get interesting.
I don't think berries that last 24 hours are going to be good for fermenting.
No.
Sadly,
And there's
friend,
not that many of them, right? Like I can make 10.
I can make 10.
Yeah.
So 20
true.
berries total, and that's I don't think
per spell slot.
So 20 berries total.
Per spell slot that we are actually willing to spend on this project.
Well,
because God knows what else is going to fall out of the jungle on us.
If you want the bones, I would like payment. A trade.
What kind of payment you talking?
Well, my first thought was if you had wine, I would do it for that.
We don't have wine. We have a tiger's pelt, though.
Make a persuasion check.
Can I help?
What do you do to help?
I begin to talk about how it's a very super soft, super comfy, very well tanned piece of leather or lion skin. It's really just super
you're
high
like one of
quality.
the presenters from like Prices Right.
I am
Anna White. All right. Go ahead and take your advantage.
Oh, thank God. Okay. I forgot to. Ooh, nat 20 for 19.
Nice.
Thank God for that advantage.
You know, normally I'm not one for tiger skins personally, but this does look well made. All right. I will take you to the bones in exchange for this.
Wow, thank you.
Actually, I will take you to the bones myself, and I'm sure that my friends here will be safe in the meantime. What news do you have? Where did you come from? This is far for people who are not, for those who don't live here.
It is. It's,
Nearest towns are all ruins,
uh,
with few
Well,
exceptions.
I've been prowling the jungles myself looking for undead, but these folks at least came from, some of you came from Port Nine-Zaro, no?
Hmm.
I just prowl the jungles. That's kind of my whole thing. But
Port
yeah.
what?
Nine-Zaro?
Nyanzar. Nyanzar. Hmm. Is it nice there?
Nice might be a stretch. It's normal.
Normal
What
might be
is
a stretch.
normal?
You know how when you get a bunch of people together and they all try to sell each other stuff and start acting a little weird and forget that they are social animals and also throw their trash places, but also make gardens.
It's amazing because it's a place where if you want something, you can buy it. You don't have to look in at trees for it or like
Hmm.
dig around dirt.
But then there's lots of people. I personally prefer the
So
quiet.
many people.
Quiet is nice. Let's go. Unless you need a place to stay for the night first. The sun is setting. How comfortable are all of you traveling in the dark?
Yenbin just smiles.
My compatriot has no problem traveling in the dark, but I don't know. What do we say?
I leave the vote to the rest of you.
Jean smiles. Jean looks over and sees the smile and then smiles.
How awkward is your smile? Because Yenben's is like this big, toothy goblin grin.
All right, so I'm gonna have this guy make an insight check.
I think John sees your smile and looks back at the tiger guy and goes,
All right.
All teeth, no joy.
All-
like, this means something, right?
So, you, it sounds like you are all willing to move at night.
Yeah. Unless you guys have objections.
Any objections? Ferul and Gondolo pipe up and say, we can't see in the dark.
Yeah, well, Let's put it this way. Mr. Actually, what is your name, sir?
Yes, and what's all your family members' names too?
I don't remember.
Oh,
Well, then what would you like us to call you?
Bo.
Bo?
Yeah, you can call me Bo.
Okay.
B-O. Bo.
Last name A-T at?
No,
Okay, good.
last name.
P.U.
I only remember that it started with an O.
Oh.
All right. Well, we might ask and see if anyone knows where you may have come from. Maybe.
Perhaps. But your companions are scared of the dark. Should we rest? Leave it first light?
Is it safer in these neck of the woods to journey at night or journey today? That is hard to do in that accent. Journey today.
I keep this area pretty. I keep a close watch on my territory.
So either.
So our first night would likely be okay. Other nights might be more stealth needed.
Well, team, y'all decide. I'll follow the group on this one.
I think I'm easygoing, but I don't need the rest. But
Oh, but how are we doing how's everybody doing on their spells and preparation and...
didn't we just wake up?
Nothing has happened since you got up. No.
No, so then I don't see why we couldn't continue.
I'm all for continuing.
All right.
Okay.
Well, then since he knows the way and he's guiding you, everybody gets to you guys he doesn't have to make a survival check. And so you guys just get an extra hex worth of travel from that before you have to make camp.
Amazing. And where does he move us to?
Just southwest of where you're at.
Cool.
And he says it's over southwest a bit and then south some more and then we'll be there. And I'll say right now you have a rest and no perception checks needed. This rest is uninterrupted.
Cool. Okay, I'm already glad that we went to the wreck of the narwhal. Just saying.
Yeah, at least
That seems to have gone great.
So, when you wake up, he continues leading you at a fast pace.
And that is day 19.
Day 19.
Okay. And I presume we don't need any other checks or anything like that. This is
correct.
His territory, and he moves fast. Okay.
He knows it well. During that time, I'm going to roll for encounters now. All right. And that is an encounter. So I'm going to set up an encounter quick. And So let's take a break right now, and I will see you in when I have it all set up. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As you all settle down for the night, I would like you guys to decide who is on watch.
I can be on first watch.
Yeah, I could take a first watch.
Awesome.
All right.
High or low? So, as I'm gonna say that our that Bo also takes some time, takes first watch with you two, and he. I would like all of you to make perception checks.
Oh no.
Well, Bo doesn't see anything.
Well, shite. That's not good.
All right. So, Lila, you hear a voice telling some story. It's too distant for you to actually hear what the story is about, but you hear a male voice just talking seemingly to a good friend or something, though you only hear one voice.
Okay. Can I do an insight check to see
Go
if
for
I
it.
get a sense of the tone of the conversation?
Yeah. It's reminiscent of someone telling tales of exploits. Pub talk
Okay.
between close friends, kind of thing.
Okay. Do they seem aware that there are other people nearby, or are they just sort of like?
No, you're not sure.
Okay.
I'll roll a perception check for them. Yenben, I'm assuming you probably took some precautions to help people hide. Do you want to make a stealth check?
Sure, I would love that. That is a 23.
They have no idea.
Okay, so I'm guessing at this point I'm feeling like they don't, based on the way they're talking, they don't know we're here. So I'm gonna quietly see if I can elbow John. Hey.
Yeah, so then I pushed her off the. Oh, sorry, what?
Hang on a second, do you hear that?
What? No.
I hear it.
Wait.
Bo pipes up and says, I hear something. Good ear.
What are we listening to?
There's people talking.
What are they saying?
They are talking shit.
Oh shit! About us?
Don't like how buddies like what's each other's jobs talk shit.
Oh yeah.
They're
Like how I
shooting the shit.
shooting the shit.
Just that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Should we go and say hello?
He draws an arrow. How should we say hello?
With our mouths. And like this, like hello.
Oh.
No.
No.
What are we gonna do then?
Maybe wait till they leave.
They sound like they're getting closer.
Getting closer. What if I send my hand in and he can look and then we can see what they are?
Can I tell what direction they're coming from now?
Roll a d6. Due north. They're coming from the north, heading south towards you guys.
Okay. Well, should we
I can
be
send my
more
hand.
sneaky?
Do you want to get up the big bugbear there, and I'll and the rest of the party, and I'll send out my hand and.
And it is right about here that through the right about this point that through the bushes out walks a human guy. Just walks right out into the bushes and says, "Oh,
Plan B.
well, hello there."
How's it going? Welcome, travelers.
Hi. It's. I'm surprised to see people here.
Why are you surprised? There's nothing weird about people being here. Come take a seat.
In the middle of the jungle, it's a little weird. Hello. It's a. Hi.
What's your name?
What's your name?
Yenben.
I presume the real Yenben
Nice
has
to meet
woken
you,
up at this
Yenben.
point.
Probably, yeah.
What's your name?
My name is Artis.
Artis.
And this is my companion, Dragonbait. And he gestures beside him, and there is a quiet, short, little lizard person. They look kind of, they look dinosaur-like. Honestly. They look a little bit like, do we have a handout? We do. This is Dragonbait. He's a little dinosaur guy.
Oh, he's adorable.
He is adorable.
He's kind of crusty looking though.
He is a little crusty looking. So he's a little green guy.
We're all a
He's
little
got,
crusty out here in the jungle.
Yeah, and here's a picture of Artis Simber as well. Cool. So
Hello, Nicolas Cage.
yeah, he looks a little bit like Nicolas Cage in like the Game of Thrones role he was never cast in, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
very much so.
I don't hate it. But yeah, that's lots of blues and browns. He seems not hostile, but not particularly trusting of you all. So,
And Ben's going to get up and kind of
what are all your
fade into
names?
the background.
Yenben disappears.
Yeah, he's going to slowly just remove himself from the campfire light.
Roll stealth.
Sure. 30-20.
Okay. Where'd your friend go? Why? He.
What are you talking about?
What friend? There was no friend.
Unfortunately, sir, I don't have any friends.
I'm willing to roll deception on this one.
No, I'll just say, all right, sure. However, you do detect Lila, I'm gonna say in particular, detects a faint smell of violets in the air.
Sorry, violets or violence?
Violets,
Okay,
as in the
just checking.
flower.
Just checking.
And Artis says, okay. And he kind of puts his hand on his scimitar, and he is keeping an eye out. So what are all of your names? You said your name was Yenben. Who are you? Orc lady.
I'm sorry, did you call me an orc lady?
Are you a lady? Are you an orc?
I'm a Lila.
I haven't met a Lila before. What's your name?
She just kind of tilts her head and looks at him, kind of with the expression of if she's wondering if he dissembles him, if she will be able to put him back together again.
I think Dragonbait also kind of looks up at him and goes, what? You'll have to excuse Dragonbait. He is rather sassy, even though he doesn't talk.
Yeah, so
but-
you have to excuse Lila.
Makes
She is
perfect sense to
rather
me.
sassy and she does talk.
Yes, thank you.
So what
Well,
brings
it seems
you
like we've
to,
walked into the wrong camp.
what brings you-
We apologize for disturbing you. We don't want to be any more trouble. Nice meeting you, Yenbend and Lila, and
There's no worries.
whoever else.
Do you need anything before you go? Let's spot you some bug spray.
I mean, we have all the supplies that we need for now.
I'm glad to hear you're well supplied. Don't mind my comrade here.
What are you all doing here?
Well, we're
What are you
camping.
doing here?
I'm looking for something. For somewhere in particular, rather.
Oh, somewhere. Interesting. Well, I mean, I'm always looking for something, but what kind of somewhere?
Me and my companion are looking for we are looking for a consultation with an individual that we believe is in the ruins of Orolunka.
Oh, interesting.
Would you happen to know where Orolunga is?
Well, one of my comrades might happen to know something about that, actually.
Which comrade?
Yenben.
Oh, good. Well, Yenben, where is Orolunga?
Well,
Yeah,
Where
Yenben. Where is Orolunga?
Well, you said your name was Yenben.
Yeah, I lied.
voice from the darkness will just say, "Well."
Make a dexterity check. No, I'm kidding. He's not going to attack you, but
He's not close enough, and he's probably actually behind a tree.
yeah.
Ooh.
Maybe roll intimidation if you want.
I don't.
Are you trying to be intimidating?
No, I think it's just his natural state of being is
All right.
off-putting. I think he's trying to keep this person on his toes because he remembers Artist Simber,
What does he remember?
that he's being chased by the city watch and a bunch of mercenaries
Yeah.
for being a thief.
Mhm.
And we're on a treasure finding mission,
And he's looking for somewhere.
and he's looking for somewhere.
I don't know if I want to share all my somewheres with him.
So I think Yanben will step out into the light, the big white bugbear wearing a
I knew
white
there was
coat
another one. So you're Yenbit.
most days.
Why are you all being so cryptic? Why?
Well,
What does this jungle do to people? I swear to God.
it doesn't
Swear to
help with
God.
your social skills generally when you're losing half your sleep trying to stay alive, and someone just wanders up into your camp. And the last 6 times that happened, it usually landed with arrows and swords being drawn.
Well,
So you'll
we're not
pardon
looking
my-
for a fight. if
You'll
that's-
pardon my excess of caution.
And I think someone as traveled as yourself would understand why a quiet, solitary group of travelers might not be looking for trouble, as it were.
We're not looking for trouble either. I'll tell you what. Let us stay in your camp. and I will weave you a tale of times long past to help you acquaint yourselves with this land.
I think the last person that stayed in our camp died, didn't he?
Yeah, but that wasn't
I'm
us.
going to leave.
Yeah, but that wasn't us. That was the other things that their loud tales seem to attract.
This is true. This is true.
Well, what do you say?
Out of character question. Team, what do we think?
In character question. That's a totally valid in character question. I'll
Well,
give you some time to
team
decide.
huddle.
Hmm.
Well, I still don't feel like I know very much about this man.
Bo is going to make an insight check.
Ooh, could I also make an insight check? With the specific question of how legit is this guy, and like, is he just going to rob us?
Bo looks Artis up and down. Says, I like the little guy. I don't like the big guy.
To be fair, I like the sassy little thing too.
He's cute. And I would say, Yenben, you probably, with a natural 1,
Yeah.
you are sure they are here to rob you.
I was gonna say natural suspicious state. Yep.
Actually, no, I would say
live there.
with natural 1, you gain no new information with this role.
Fair enough.
You
To be fair, same thing. He was already suspicious they were gonna rob him. Now he's just as sure as he was 10 seconds ago.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, did we ran into that party before and they told us about this guy?
Yeah.
Yes.
They said that they were after something that he had taken.
Something they
No.
had taken. Okay. Did they say where they were coming from?
Fort Nines are.
Now,
Thanks.
I have 2 questions for you, and they may determine whether or not you wish to stay here for the evening.
All right.
They are not threats.
I don't like where this is going.
Well, it's just my general demeanor. Everything I say seems to come across as a threat.
I can understand that. All right.
Why or longer?
I seek answers. And I think that the Guardian there may be the only one that can answer them.
Now you answer questions in ways that bode more questions, but we'll get back to that in a moment. Why, on an early leg of our journey, was a party of watchmen from Port Nanzaru looking for a man sharing your description and name?
Who is looking for me?
Answer the question first.
Well, I don't know. I've been kind of under the radar for a while. I can't imagine why.
Well, why would they have called you a thief?
Roll an insight check. As soon as you ask that, roll an insight check.
Is he at all put off? Is there anything I can do to... No? Okay.
Lila, I'll let you roll an insight check.
Yeah, okay.
So, Lila, you don't pick up on this. I'm just going to roll a deception check on the side here. Let me check his stats. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Oh, no. He's a good liar.
So, as soon as you mention that they claim that he's a thief, he is dramatically surprised. No, and frankly offended that someone would consider him a thief.
Okay.
It feels like what a thief would say.
Or a really good actor would feel.
Yeah.
But
It's not proof of anything.
what say you?
I haven't the foggiest idea. And frankly, I think that it is unacceptable.
What?
I don't
exactly?
know who these people were, but they don't know me. And they don't know my story.
Well, that be that as that may. They were just as cagey about all this shit as you were.
Well,
So
clearly
what-
I have to be careful who I share information with because apparently there are people looking for me. Do you know what they do to thieves in Port Nine Zaru?
I have a vague impression, but why don't you recollect me?
Probably arrest them.
Yes. Do you know what
Remove
happens
some
afterwards?
limbs?
They put them through the gauntlet.
Well, that sounds unpleasant. What is the gauntlet?
It's a ditch about 10 to 15 feet deep, maybe 20 feet across, with a series of animals chained on either side. They drop you on one side and say that if you survive to make it to the other end, you earn your freedom. People place bets on which animal is going to tear someone apart.
How do you think you would do in that?
I don't want to find out, personally.
Well, we won't bet on you then. If you get arrested.
I'd say we're a little far
us.
from
Not
Port
by us.
Nine Zaru to be dragging anyone in chains anywhere. We have our own thing to deal with and bigger fish to fry.
And what is
Indeed.
that thing? You all look heavily armed.
We're trying to get to be a part of the Flaming Fist.
Roll deception.
I don't know where that lie came from, but okay.
That's a weird one. That's kind of left field, but whatever.
Hold on. Deception. Oh, jeez.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I was never really that
Tell
good
me
at
the
lying
real
anyways.
reason why.
People ain't dying right.
What do you mean?
Well, you want more information? You got to give more information. You give me a
Seems we
vague,
both have a
half-ass
story to
answer?
tell.
Sorry?
It seems we both have a story to tell. Come,
Look.
let's sit by the fire and talk.
Sounds reasonable. I think Yenben is not he's being very guarded in what he's sharing, and he's not taking his eyes off of either of them. Just to be certain. Like 10-foot distance, just out of reach,
Yeah.
or just out of their reach, but not out of his.
Yeah.
Just in case shit goes down.
Isla's sort of walking the perimeter around the campfire, like checking where Jay's alarms would normally be.
Oh yeah, I'm
Or
certain Jay
Mordai's
had
alarm.
alarms.
Yeah, Mordai would definitely have alarms up for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think Artis, as he sits down, he asks, so, Yenben and not Yenben, have either of you ever been in love?
Not particularly.
No. Not really.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, because it is a wonderful thing, and it is a rare thing to be cherished. There is out there I have not seen my wife in a very, very long time. Her name is Alessandra. And this is the most beautiful woman I have ever seen, before or since. And I would move heaven and earth to see her. In fact, I met her in the same place where I found this ring. And he gestures with a little glowing blue band around his finger. I met her in these jungles where I found this ring. And we shared many years together. We lived in a place where children played and where agriculture was king. And then the spell plague came. Now, I had to go away. I had my own adventures and my own calling. And I may or may not have made some large enemies during those travels. But when I came home, the entire city of Mesro was gone. And along with it, my loving wife.
Wait, hold on.
That
Wait.
is why I seek the Guardian of Orlunga, to find a way to bring Mesro back.
How long has Mesro been a smoking ruin or
Make a history
decayed
check.
ruin?
Make
Also-
a history check.
Wasn't the spell plague a long time ago?
Make a history check.
Okay. 15.
Yes.
Like
I
how long?
This guy's human too long ago.
How the fuck are you alive?
That I may answer after I hear your story. Why are you here? What do you know about people not dying right? Because I think I know something about people not dying.
Well, people that are dead can't be brought back.
Hmm.
People that have been brought back are getting weaker. And people that die aren't reaching their final resting place. Which is
Wait, if people can't come back, then how are the people that came back
People
getting
once
weaker? Because there shouldn't be a way to bring them back for them to get
well,
weaker.
if they had already been like
Oh, how long has this been going on?
10 days.
Actually, in reality, it's closer to 40 at this point.
Okay, fair.
It was 20
Well,
days.
we've been on this for 20 days.
Yeah. You guys
But it would've-
joined at the 20-day mark.
Okay, fair. About a month.
Interesting.
Bit of a new development.
I'm amazed that would be allowed to persist. You'd think there'd be some kind of divine intervention or something.
well, there are interventions. I wouldn't call them divine.
What's your role in all this? How can you do anything about it?
Yet to be determined.
We're the help.
We were contracted.
Contracted?
Well, the original party members were. Mordai.
He's around. Hello. He's off cooking in the corner somewhere.
His glasses are all fogged up from the cauldron.
Yeah, probably.
Well, to find out by whom, time to share and share alike. We are in a battle of cliffhangers, it would appear.
It would seem so. I'm quite curious. What's your next question? How could I be here and then at the same time?
Both at the same time, if you wouldn't mind.
The answer is simple. I am extremely long-lived.
How old does he appear in human years?
You've seen his picture. He might be 35, pushing 40, maybe. Like
Okay.
middle age or early middle age.
Right. Now, see you go getting cryptic on us again. That ain't fair.
It is fair when I don't understand the specifics myself. I have a hunch that it has to do with this. Sorry, this.
Fair. Which side do those go on again?
Yeah, right. I haven't aged a day since I put it on. So whoever is alive now claiming that I stole a ring from them, I found it long before they were born.
Interesting. Now, see, there's a little slip up that you've done made.
Hmm.
We didn't tell you what they thought you stole.
Well, you know the big enemies I said I made?
Hmm.
I know that's what they're after. I assumed it was the same. Perhaps extensions or hirelings or some bounty.
Insight check? Is he being honest there? Like he...
Go ahead and roll insight.
Okay. Aw. It rolled off of a 14 to a 6. 12.
Ooh, that.
Who's got the higher insight score?
You believe him.
I do. Okay. Fair enough. Lila or John, do you have any questions for our new campmate?
I'm just happy to be friends. More friends, the merrier.
And when you say that, you immediately pick up a scent of honeysuckle.
What is with these changing scents?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mention it. My friend Dragonbait here, he's not from, honestly, not this world. And that's part of how he communicates. It's his scent. As he's explained it to me, he scent shouts. Yes. And his language that he would normally speak at home consists primarily of high-pitched squeals and clicks that we can't really hear.
But he can make sense.
But he can make sense.
Well, that's
And
more
it makes
sense than most
sense.
people make.
Do you know how he got here? Do you know his story of how he got to this world?
Yeah. Like, where is he from?
Unfortunately, that much I have not been able to discern.
Yes,
He hasn't been with me for that long.
Must be tough.
Also, he doesn't write in common. So...
But he seems to understand us.
Somewhat. He's very intuitive.
Got it.
I'll say that for sure.
Is there a way to communicate? Like, it does speak with animals? Have you tried something like that? I don't know if there's any other spells that allow you to talk different languages.
Things that allow you to speak other languages. I'm sure there's a spell for that.
Well, is dragon bait considered a person, or is he considered a beast?
I absolutely consider him a person, and he just like pulls dragon bait in close. He's my little buddy.
I don't mean any disrespect. I just meant for the purposes of speak with animals. If he's not a beast, it doesn't really work.
I mean, you can try it. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not very familiar with druidic magics.
That's okay. That's what I went to school for.
I will say, he is wearing a breastplate, a shield, and carrying a longsword. Like, usually, not applicable with beasts.
Fair.
Right.
Well,
one of these days I have to set you up against like a great ape in heavy armor, but you know, that's another day. Or a giant ape rather. Something people aren't dying right, and you're gonna fix it.
Well, that is the overarching idea, yes.
We're gonna try anyway.
Well, I was just sent here to help the people that are going to help, so I'm just here to help them.
Well, you've convinced me. If you'll have me, I would be ecstatic to join your quest.
Why?
You help me find the answers that I seek. Maybe the Guardian of Orolunga will have answers for you as well.
Now, the reason
It
for
seems
my
circles align.
evasiveness is you were not the first person to mention Orolunga to us in the last month.
Who else mentioned it?
I don't remember.
I think I should.
I actually don't remember either. Who told you guys about Orolunga?
It's on our map. I remember it from. Hang on one sec. This is why I take notes.
Yeah.
Wasn't this where the hag flew off to?
No, that was the heart of Uptau.
Oh, that's right.
Spike.
Okay. Spike. Oh.
Spike told us about Orolunga.
Oh, the fairy dragon.
Yes.
That's right. He told you that you might be able to find answers in Orolunga.
Yep.
Yep. Well,
So.
A fairy dragon, you say? That's.
Oh,
exciting.
I don't know if he would have told him that.
No. Okay.
Nope.
So
nope.
who told you? How did you find out about Orolunga then?
Well, let's just say a little bird told us.
All right.
That one's a little harder to explain.
There's a lot of types of birds out there. I'm sure some of them talk.
Well,
We have a lot of connections.
this bird may have been a fey being of some kind.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, that makes a little bit more sense.
Right? Yeah. So.
Are you? Wait, is it dangerous for you to tell me? I know sometimes with those fey things, you don't want to mess with them. It's okay. You don't feel any pressure to.
We ain't sure. We ain't gonna piss it off.
Fair enough. No, there's.
Adventurers speak like, don't fuck with the fae.
A little bit. Like there's things where there's definitely some elements of like people make deals. This is a fact.
Mm-hmm.
And like you make the wrong deal with the wrong thing, and then you talk about it, bad things can happen.
Can I ask you a question? You said you're heading towards Orolunga, right?
Well, we don't know where it is, but we're looking for it. Yes.
Oh, I see. I see.
Well,
Do you know where Orolunga is?
I do.
You do. Wonderful.
Yeah. It's by the Mistcliff Mountains. The
So
other
it seems-
side of the entire peninsula.
It seems like
Motherfucker.
you're also going the wrong direction. Because you came from
I
the
have
north.
been looking for so long. Oh, well, at least we know. Thank you. Yes.
You went plumb the wrong way.
Well, we would have gotten there eventually. I'm glad that we found you. We were, frankly, just looking for someone who knew anything about it.
Yeah, those also tend to be hard to find if you go the exact wrong direction in the very dense jungle where people don't trust each other.
Where did the people that were looking for him go? Did they move up north or south?
I think they went west.
So I looked it up. We saw them on day 4.
So they were pretty close to Port Nine Zaru.
So they were pretty close.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
They probably took a really different route than we did.
Probably.
They've probably gone back to Port Nine Zaru multiple times since you've been gone.
That would be my guess. Deep jungle journeys are a little bit less comfortable.
Mm-hmm. Well, indeed.
Maybe we should rest the night, and then tomorrow morning we'll decide a plan on what to do, where to go.
Yeah. Huddle up, team. We don't want this guy coming with us too. No, right?
Needable. I mean,
Yeah, there. That thing? No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean,
Can you guys stage whisper?
I don't know how.
It means you whisper loud enough for the mic to hear you.
also called whisper yelling.
I know. No, I do know how. I'm just...
As Yenben?
Yeah, that's the problem. It's how do I do all of those at the same time?
No, I think just Yenben's normal quiet is fine.
That's fair. I presume.
Well, so here's the thing, y'all. I'm very curious. I don't trust this guy, but I'm very curious. And an extra hand ain't always the worst thing.
What if we left him at the wreck of the narwhal? We finish the bones, then we go back and pick him up when we drop off the leafy guy.
I'm not sure I want to... Even with the veggie pygmies, just in case he robs our new friend blind.
Yeah, well, the veggie children are...
I think...
We could just kill him. Take his ring.
That seems uncalled for.
That
Yeah,
seems...
I don't know where this part of me comes from.
You don't want to try to kill what doesn't die.
That's true.
And then if he doesn't die, then you're in a world of trouble.
Right, so I think this is one of them keep him close till we learn to trust him kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So I guess that means he's joining us.
Also, what the fuck have y'all done to me? I didn't even shoot him from the dark. Anyways.
Look at you trusting people.
Character development.
Y'all are gonna get me killed.
I mean, I don't think I'm going to be the one that gets killed, but...
Well, I don't know. You're teaching me to be nice and shit.
I mean, I might get someone killed. I've already
Okay, that I would believe.
No, I mean, he already got ridiculous killed.
Yes.
Unkilled, undeaded.
Yeah.
I don't... Anyways... Can you get a part of yourself killed? I don't. That's a metaphysical question. I ain't got time for
another night.
Anyways,
yeah.
We bring him with us.
I like the dinosaur guy. Sure.
We bring him, but we make him carry shit.
We make him agree to cut him out of the his part and parcel of this as we take him to Orlunga.
And then we have the dinosaur ride.
What? The dinosaur ride?
We have the dinosaur ride the dinosaur.
Well, yeah, that's obviously going to happen. We need that.
We need that fan art.
It's gonna be so adorable.
The small 4'10" dinosaur person riding the huge several ton Triceratops.
It's perfect for a T-shirt.
I want that T-shirt. I don't know about the rest of you, but yes, please.
Great.
All right. Okay, and break.
So, have you come to a decision yet?
Yeah. We are currently engaged in one method of wealth generation, let's call it.
Mhm.
We don't know how long that'll take, but it can't be very long. If you would join us. Now, we've already made a deal with these folks and across this whole party that the treasure's already split. Makes it a little difficult.
I mean, you can have a share of my share.
However, you come with us, we do that.
I'm not particularly. I'm more interested. I understand that wealth is a means to accomplish your objectives. I'm not particularly invested in monetary gain.
Well, that makes this easy. You help us with this, we'll take you to Orlunga.
Deal.
Well, shit, how'd that work?
Alrighty.
So, as your watch
And we accrue more NPCs.
more NPCs, more for me to do. Yeah, now we've got Bo, we've got Artist, we've got Dragonbait, we've got Ferrul, Gondolo, and 2 dinosaurs.
Uh-huh. We've actually got like a lot of people. Like,
If your party, I think you guys have over 10 people.
Mhm.
Maybe you need to start rolling kind of with advantage on your encounter checks because you're drawing more attention.
well, that's fair. But we also have more hands to forage more and do more and stuff like that. So
Or maybe encounters need to
Watch
start
more.
getting balanced against you a little bit.
you mean they can't all just be deadly?
I mean, aren't they all deadly anyway?
Well,
A lot of them have been very deadly. So, but then you guys leveled up. So
fair.
now that you guys are higher level and you've got some NPCs with you, things might be different. But I think we're going to call that a session tonight.
Cool.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. This has been wonderful. For those of you at home who know who Artist Simber is, I tip my hat to you. And it makes for some very exciting and interesting upcoming adventures for the end of Season 1, which we will wrap up Season 1 next episode, where we go after the Needle's Bones. See you next time. Bye!
Bye.